Hey everybody, it's Mr. Carpenter. Apologize, I'm not putting my floating head out there. I'm not feeling so great. I don't think you need to see me on camera for this. I just want to explain what you're doing today in writing. As you can see, you've got a review and comment activity. When you click on this, what you're going to see is that you have a quiz. It says you have a question. You have multiple questions here. You got 5 questions. Um, it asks you to use the rubric. So when you click on this, it takes you out to a Google Slides. It has 3 separate rubrics. You have a rubric for organization and purpose. You have a rubric for evidence and elaboration. And then you have an evidence or conventions rubric. So you have 3 rubrics. The first 2 rubrics are each 4 points. So top score you can get for those 2 rubrics are 4, and conventions, the top score you can get is 2. What I want you to do is I want you to score the following response on a 10-point scale. The first question just asks you on a scale 1 to 10 using those rubrics, what's that score and why? And then the second question is using that same prompt, what feedback would you give this person to help improve their response? Please remember these are your actual classmates, that it's their legit response. So please be kind, and think about if this is your response, that how you want people to respond. It is set up as a quiz, so the comments are not public. There's nothing wrong with these responses. These responses are not horrible. Nobody should be scoring these as like a 3. But and there's not a response that I saw that couldn't have gotten some positive feedback. So be kind, be considerate, realize that this is actual people in your class, their response. And then you have a second one, you have a second prompt. You go back, do the same thing, score on the rubric. What feedback would you give this person? And then since you've done that, then I want you to think back to your own response and then how you could have done things differently if you were to write the prompt again, and why would you make those changes. Just thinking about, you've looked at the rubric, you've looked at a couple of other people's responses, thinking about your own response, how would you change it? If you weren't here on Friday, how would you go about writing the prompt would be how you would answer this question. What would you do? Thinking about that particular response. When you're done with this, you may free write. If you need any assistance, please ask the sub. If your iPad requests that you do an update in class, please do that and just free write in a notebook until your iPad is done updating. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.